Welcome to another isolation episode of the Hard Rock Show. I'm Andrew.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Tim.
Thank you all for tuning in. Details are somewhere on the screen. I think I've been putting them in the middle for these ones as we sort of do this. They'll be there somewhere. You'll obviously see it. So please follow all of our social media platforms, especially important to do so because we don't know the future of community TV post June 30. The government want to get their way and shut it down, so we'll see what happens between now and then. If you want to give us a bit of help, we'd greatly appreciate it. We have merch, we have sponsor packs, we have Patreon, of course, out there too, which we're going to be doing a bit of a drive on that in the very near future too if we haven't already started. Things being as they are in the world today. Now, because we're doing another isolation episode, the best way to do these things while we're still ironing out some kinks and some changes we're going to try and make is we're going to do another clip show. And this is an anything goes clip show with the three of us here tonight. So sit back, relax, and we're going to just get stuck into some tunes to have some fun with. So hope you got your drinks ready. Brendan, kick us off.
I have my drink ready. And first one for me was Lillye. Actually, we played Lillye last time, but they were just on the verge of releasing this, so we couldn't play it when we did that All Aussie special, so I thought I'd get in now. This is a really cool cover of Screaming Jets Better. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but they've done some interesting stuff, and I really like it. Yeah, check it.
All right. Tim, what have you got? Give us your first choice for this episode.
This is one of my favourite songs by one of my favourite bands. This is Motorhead, Killed by Death.
Nice. Very nice. All right, I'm going to go with something a bit older for my first one, a bit of fun for me. I'm going to go with a bit of classic Warrant with Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Ooh. All right, well, if we're going with our favourites, better go with one of mine, Danzig, of course. I'm already shitless with it, but this is like...
Not one of the new ones, please.
No. No, not one of the new ones. This is off probably his best album, actually. This is off Danzig 2. This track's called I'm the One.
All right, Tim, what have you got? Let's go.
All right, so favourites... This actually came up on my shuffle on the drive home today, and I was reminded this was a fucking great song. So this is Killswitch Engage with the End of Heartache.
Nice. All right, I played something old, so I'm going to play something new now. This is a band I found today. I think the clip was only released a matter of days, if not hours ago, as I do this one with you guys tonight. This is a band out of Finland, I think. I found it by just randomly going down a YouTube rabbit hole. This is Smackbound with Drive It Like You Stole It. Hey there, hope you're enjoying this week's episode. Just stopping by to do a quick little release guide for you. Before I get stuck into it though, a very special thank you to our wonderful sponsors, Squid Ink Screen Printing, Alt Cult and Rockstar Finance. Thank you so much for your support. So coming up next week, May 29, Ailstorm released their new album Curse of the Crystal Coconut, and Australian band Ironstone are releasing their debut EP Prophecy. June 12, another Australian band are releasing their latest, Aversion's Crown, are dropping Hell Will Come For Us All. June 19, a couple of big releases that day. Blues Pills released their latest in Holy Moly, and Lamb of God finally released their pushed back self-titled album. June 26 sees Long Distance Calling release their latest in How Do You Want to Live, and July 10 sees Enough's Enough with a brand new album, Brainwashed Generation. July 17, another big day, Massive Wagons released their new album House of Noise, and Udo are also releasing a new one in We Are One. August 7, to wrap this up, is the release date at last for Deep Purple's new album Whoosh. After that was also pushed back for this year. So that's this week's release guide. Let us know what you're most keen on checking out. And before I go back to the episode, another special thank you to our wonderful sponsors, Squid Ink Screen Printing, Alt Cult and Rockstar Finance. Now it's on with the show.
Okay, now this is a band that's copped a lot of shit over the last couple of albums, and I don't hate them as much as everyone else does. Particularly the last album I thought was pretty good, which is still Panther. I think the last album was actually pretty good. I thought it sounded good and I thought it had some good songs. But this video is fucking awesome. Check it out. This is Let's Get High Tonight.
All right, Tim, off you go.
All right, so we got cool videos about getting high. So we've got a theme here. So this video, I assume, this video is about dropping acid in the woods. So this is Mastodon, the Curl of the Pearl.
Nice.
Cool. I'm going to go next to an artist that seemingly dropped off the face of the earth, pulling all their content, which really gave me the shits because I really liked the music that he was putting out. And now it's resurfaced, and there's no word or anything like that, but I'm hoping that this is a sign that there might be some more stuff coming out in the future, because what was put out before it all went very quiet was very, very cool. This is Newstead, King of the Underdogs.
Ah, cool.
So, Brendan, we're post halfway. What have you got for us next?
Well, you know, sometimes all you want is a Pepsi and you can't get it. And that hurts. So we're going to go with some suicidal tendencies, and you can't bring me down.
All right, Tim, follow that up. What have you got for us next?
I don't know if I can follow that up.
Try.
Okay, so this is a band that I actually really like this clip. This was sort of when I was first getting into heavy metal, probably 13 or 14 years old. This is In Flames with Come Clarity.
Ooh, nice. Cool.
Done a bit of a mix of old and new tonight, so I'm going to go with something new again. And this is not going to strip things back too much, but still plenty of rock, but it's a bit more sedate from a lot of the other stuff that we've done tonight so far. This is a band that we've raved about on the show before over the years, and they've got a new album coming out soon. This is Blues Pills with one of their latest, In Low Road. All right, we're nearly there. What have you got for us next, Brendan?
Okay, this is a song that should mean a lot to all of us. This is a bit of a tribute to Andrew and Jodie's wedding. For those of you that weren't there, you won't know anything what this means, but for those who were, they might know a little bit about it, more the reference to the ibis. This is Frenzel Rom with Bird Attack.
It's probably one of my favourite new hard rock bands. They released an album that I absolutely adored, an EP that I adored. So this is Kane Hill with Lord of Flies.
Nice. My final choice, and the one that in theory wraps things up for us tonight, I'm going to go with a band that we've already played on this episode, and this is an Anything Goes special. Not often we do play two of the same, but we all said, fuck it, we're going to do it. So for those of you that, like us, love Motorhead, this is a special treat. I'm going to go with one that's probably kind of fitting for the times in Eat the Rich. Well, that's it for another week of isolation on the Hard Rock Show. Thank you all for tuning in. Details are probably in the middle of the screen. So please make sure you're following all of our social media details and keep up to date with Channel 31 and Channel 44 as well, because that's where you need to know all the information. That's where you're going to get all the information you need about the future of community TV. Hopefully the government doesn't shut it down. We get a last-minute reprieve, but every other year they try and kick it off the air, and hopefully this time they give another reprieve. Because this time around, both stations said they'll pretty much be going into administration. If that's the case, they'll have to fold because they can't continue in the current environment financially. So it'll be a bigger shame than ever before if it does get pushed off the air this time around.
So in the grand scheme of things, it's a very small part of their budget.
It doesn't cost the government anything. That's the worst thing about it. It's not taxpayer funded at all.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just so ludicrous, and and there's no use for the bandwidth either. So that for at least 5 years there'll be nothing on the channel space that'll be vacant. It'll be dead air for no good reason. When we've had more than a million more viewers jump back to Channel 31 and 44 during the coronavirus, so there's a good reason to keep the channels there alone, if you ask me. But not up to us. But if you feel as strongly about it as we do, then please do write your local member and sign any of the petitions you see online as well. If you'd like to give us some more direct support, we have Patreon, we have business sponsor packs, we have merch as well, so get in touch if any of that is of interest to you. But I think time to wrap this up and go to our favourite part of the week, which I've brought into the house again with me, which is the bin. So, the bin. Who wants to go first on the bin? Brendan?
I'll go first on the bin because it's only going to be uphill from here.
This whole show is more or less on the downhill slide, so it's all right.
Yeah. I reckon this might upset you too.
Go on.
Vinyl collectors. Shut the
here we go.
Like, what a pack of pretentious wankers you all are. Now, if you're collecting vinyl for the nostalgic reasons or for the memorabilia aspect, I completely respect that. I think that's awesome. I loved vinyl. It was great. People trying to tell me that vinyl sounds better than fucking digital can get fucked. It doesn't. It sounds different. I'll give you that. It might sound warmer, if you like, because it's got that more analog vibe. But it does not sound better. It is bullshit. You're all just jerking each other off, going, oh, look what I've got, 180 grams. No one gives a flying fuck. It's stupid. It's a complete wank fest in the bin.
Fair point.
Really?
To a degree. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sitting here with, vinyl right beside me that I got for my birthday.
I have some too, but, they're collectibles. It's not...
I enjoy it for the psychology of putting on a record.
Agreed.
And
I bought records because they were cool to get signed.
Yeah.
They look good. That was it. Merch as a piece of merch.
I've never played them.
Sounds so much better on vinyl. Get fucked.
I do like putting on a vinyl on a good system and listening to it, and also comparing the difference between that and digital, but I'm happy with both. I don't sit there and snob one over the other one. I listen to most of my shit on Spotify through headphones. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I've got a good mixing setup. I use that for what I want to listen to anyway, no matter what it is.
Remember we all used to marvel how good CDs sounded when they all came out?
The real great sound is on tape.
Oh, that's making it come back too, believe it or not.
Yeah.
There are people selling tape again.
Yeah, it was tape, particularly when you recorded something tape to tape on high speed, and they're all warp out of shit. That was the duck, man. That's where it was at.
That was better than the LimeWire mixes used to. All right, Tim, what have you got?
I can't top this. But okay, this is nothing hard rock related, but I can't. I honestly can't think of anything. But Ice Cube really releasing a clean version of The Predator on Spotify.
What?
All right. So here's the kicker, right? The clean version has taken out some of the swears, but left in some of the swears. Right? Yeah. So they've got like
this could be an episode
in some N words, but they've taken out some F words. Okay. In the meantime, it's an album about killing cops.
Okay, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, that belongs in the
obviously, there's been some blowback, so he's re-recorded the original vocals.
Why wouldn't you just re-record the original vocals?
So this is like redoing E.T. where they take the guns out and put walkie-talkies in, basically.
Basically.
Yeah, okay. Oh, good. As long as we're clear on that.
It's hard shot. It's hard shot first.
Oh.
Good call.
Yeah, that is well played.
This. Okay. If you're not, if this, and I get, for a lot of people, like, this was a culturally significant album in the wake of the LA race riots and all that. So, for all that it's worth, even for historical purpose, you shouldn't be needlessly censoring this kind of stuff. And I mean, as an artist, that's what you should be doing. You should be pointing at society and making them feel uncomfortable about, the awkward shit that we all have to go through. Because again, even if it's awkward for somebody, for another person, it's going to be comforting and doing so to know that, hey, somebody else is going through what I'm also going through.
But it's also a historical reference in place and time.
Yeah, exactly.
Whitewash it. Like the people that are trying to censor Little House on the Prairie because it was written 100 years ago because of the cultural context. Like that actually means something, that cultural context.
Exactly. So, I mean, and again, not everything is, nice and fun and dandy, and some things are uncomfortable. And unfortunately, we got to deal with that stuff as well. We got to deal with what's uncomfortable. And I'm sure we're all dealing with uncomfortable shit right now as well.
And so, we need more of that, not less of that.
Exactly, because, and like I said, what's uncomfortable for some people is comforting for other people because they know that they're not alone in those situations either.
Yeah. Lucky for me, I've got Ice Cube on vinyl, so it's all good.
Well, I can't talk either of these. Go on.
What I will say is, what's that album? The one with the song with George Clinton on it.
Mm.
The bass on that, on a vinyl record.
Oh, fuck off.
There we go. Here's the snobbery coming into effect now. All right. So I think we can all agree on. I've got a double bin actually. I've got one on without notice as well for you all. The first one is going to be Trapped. They can fuck off. Watching them on Twitter, or that one particular douchebag on Twitter, is a fucking train wreck, and I hope no one listens to their new fucking album coming out, because I sure as shit won't be.
I haven't seen that. I'll have to have it.
Oh, mate, go and look it up. God. How have you missed that? You're on Twitter. How have you missed it? What the funniest thing about it, though, is that everyone's now cottoned onto it, so everyone just jumps onto the Trapped account, gives him abuse, so he'll basically tweet back and give him a whole bunch of Twitter exposure. That's
so basically, he doesn't know what trolling is.
Yeah.
Basically. And he's also not very bright himself. And he's taken the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, look it up.
Look it up, mate. And sit back for a long night of reading it.
And he's obviously not coping with isolation very well. and no one has, like, imagine if Trump was a hard rock singer, one-hit wonder.
Okay.
That's actually bang on. The other one for me is I had a double one is Tim Smith MP.
He can get in there.
If anyone's been watching what's happening with his antics lately, if the best you can do as a political representative is to start a poll about whether you prefer Comrade Dan or the other one, you're a fuckwit. Bugger off, and I hope he gets voted out at the next election, because what his only policy stance up until now has been to fucking kill bats. Genius. Fuckwit. Anyway.
He's in queue, so there's plenty of them.
It is a tweet.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hope he gets voted out. Anyway, that's us for this week. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back again with some more stuff next week. But also, please, again, follow us online, because we're going to be releasing a whole lot of extra content that's going to be a bit different to what we have been doing as well. We're going to start to expand and grow and do a few different things. So stick with us and we'll try some new things. But until next week, thank you all for tuning in. I'm Andrew.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Tim.
As always,
drink up.
Rock on.
This is a really cool cover of Screaming Jets Better. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but they've done some interesting stuff. I really like it. Yeah, check it. You played that already?
Yeah, you haven't been watching, have you?
No, obviously not. I was going to. Do you want to go with something else? Because I've got 6.
No, it's all right. We can let it in. It's all right. I don't care.
Anything goes.
Anything goes. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. Did you want to get yourself another drink while you're sitting there?
Yep.
Before we rattle on to the next one?
And he's back. Some of my finest work right there.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
He's probably his best album, actually. This one of Danzig 2. This track's called I'm the One.
If you fucking played an Elvis one, that'd do that. People off.
I wouldn't do it to myself, let alone you fucking.
So this is Mastodon, the Curl of the Pearl.
Nice.
Cool.
Did Zach get in the background?
Yeah, he did. Zach got in the background.
Zach's going on TV.
Yeah, he just went on TV.
Okay.
And that hurts. So we're going to go with some suicidal tendencies, and you can't bring me down.
Keep going, dog. All right.
I fucking love that song.
Oh, there you go.
I see. If it weren't for I would have actually loved Orange to play that song, but I don't know how Tash would sing it.
She'll do it anyway. That's the beauty.
Because if you listen to the core of what that song is, it's just chuggy riffs and like fast paced, just fly guitars, right? It would actually suit us so well.
Yeah. She's good as fuck. She wants to play Get Your Hands Off My Woman, motherfucker. And I'm like, can you sing that? She's like, yeah. All right.
Do a Josh conflict song while you're at it.
To get her to do like a Psycho Mike impression of like, Q.
I know it's going in the opening slate now. All right.
Eat the rich and get corona.
Hear that?
No, I missed it.
Cody's just gone, you can't eat the rich, you'll get corona.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Something to be said for that. Well, yeah, it was. Right.
Well,
I did. The big thing, though, I did install a fridge in the man cave.
oh, hello.
Oh, hell yeah.
So now you're set.
So the trips for beers are much quicker than they were.
I should get the old bar fridge out from the shed and put it in here under my desk.
Nope.
No? Okay, Johnny's already shit canned that idea. All right, so let's do this thing. Well, Jody's playing with... Caesar wants the roll of wool because Jody's knitting again.
Di's moving too.
Oh, really?
She just finished me a scarf. She's now doing a beanie.
No, Jody's doing blankets.
Fuck.
Crocheting blankets.
Hardcore.
Hang on, she's coming over.
Bring it over.
You know Caesar's going to try and grab it.
It's not
He's
good.
already grabbed your wool, babe.
Jesus. Yeah,
Jesus.
That's serious. That's a
Yeah.
piece of work.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you. I'm going to get my wool back off the top.
Tell me that came through to you guys.
Yeah, we saw it.
Caesar, come here. He wants that blanket, something shocking.
No.
Oi, oi, oi. Caesar.
You douchebag. No. I said no.
Not the end of the world.
Exactly.
No,
3 weeks, we'll have this done.
In theory.
No, there's no in theory about this. We're going to get it done.
In theory, communism works.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, that what you
Well,
can
the
do...
problem with communism is you don't know what pace you're going. We're Russian or we Stalin?
Mm. No, I think that...
Oh, come on, that joke was great.
We
Yeah.
Russian or we Stalin. Come on. Oh, dear.
That's a 3 a.m. joke, that one.
Hmm.
The